Hello out there, Chris Arness here, and this is part of the series I'm doing just on helping people decide what's the best home-based business for them. And you see the title we have, "What is the best MLM business?" And this series is broken up into 5 episodes, and each of these episodes are just simple questions that I ask myself, and people ask me for advice. These are kind of the steps I just finally put into a presentation that I think anyone regardless of age or background in this industry, you should ask yourself when you're looking at opportunity. In the top right, you'll see my contact information. You can reach me, my personal coaching site, growwithchris.com. That's a quick way to contact me. You also can Skype me at Focus Chris, and there's my phone number. And this particular series is featured on my website, thebestmlmbiz.com. And you can see that information on the top as well. And on that website, I go through what I think is the best MLM business. Wake Up Now. You can find out some more information about that if you want at that website. But regardless of that, most of this video will just be general information that you can use to evaluate any opportunity. And that's the great thing about this. So if you find this useful, feel free to share with other people. I'm not selling you on anything. Of course, I would, love to work with you if you're looking for opportunity. But this is strictly for anyone looking to a business. This is what I look at. I've done a couple network marketing companies, had success, and as I've gotten older, this has really been a process. This has got me back into the industry when I looked at and answered these questions. So this episode, we're going to talk about evaluating the product and just jumping right into it. Or any real business, you have some kind of product or service that you have to offer or sell to people, and you need to look at what type of product is it. There's different type of products. Some people, they want to be the person that can go door to door selling people, whether it be coffee, an energy drink, some diet pill, some weight loss management system, some information, some kind of software. The great thing about our industry is that you can really, really find any type of product or service to sell. Now, there's some other things that may not be the best. That company may not have a good compensation plan, a good structure to it, which we'll go on later on in these episodes. But you can pretty much find any type of product to sell, which is powerful in and of itself. And these are some other questions you want to ask. Is that product in demand? And that doesn't mean that it's the latest, iPhone. That's extreme demand, right? But you won't always find a product that high in demand to sell. But is it a need that the masses need? Is it something that the average person can use, that you can actually market to the average person? Or is there a high demand in a certain niche? Maybe you are. This is just a wild example, but maybe you train dogs for a living, and maybe there was some company that was selling dog leashes and dog accessories, and you had a big clientele already. That may be a good product for you to sell because you already have that client base already built up just in your warm market of people that you know. For a person like me, that wouldn't work because I don't know people who like and could use that service. If you are maybe a trainer at the gym, you may want to get with a company that offers some kind of diet or weight loss solution that you can offer to your clients. Okay, if you're a school teacher, you may want to find some kind of product that you can sell to other teachers or to parents that help their students learn. So think about yourself and think about what can work for the people that you know. That's something that you should really think about when you're evaluating the demand of the product. Next, we have: are you passionate about the product? Do you yourself believe in the product? That is so important in business. You have to be able to stand by your product, and not only the need of the product, that people actually need it, but also the quality of it. You need to be able to vouch for it and be confident in it when you sell it to someone or offer it to someone, because you don't want to be a secret agent. You go into business for yourself. You want to go out confidently, full of emotion and passion. You want to speak from personal use, that you know that this product works, that it's valuable, that it adds value to their life. Okay, that's what it's all about. People want to know that. And if you don't believe in the product yourself, you won't be able to convey that message to people because it won't be genuine. You'll come across as a salesman rather than someone trying to help them. You want to help people solve a problem or solve a need. And that's something you need to really think about when you're looking at a particular product. Is it something that people really need? Is it just a commodity that people really won't want or that they won't use if, money gets tight? I try to stay away from those kind of opportunities because I just know the job market is up and down, and I want something that people actually need and something that can add value to their life. Next thing you want to consider is how is the product delivered? Okay, this is so important. Everyone, especially with the internet age, if you don't think like this, you already should. This is one of me personally. I always want to be in a business that I can make money while I'm sleeping. So if I can't sell it from a website, I probably don't want to be in that business. If it's a business that I can only sell face to face the product, that's not really for me because then my income is limited to the time I put into it, and my time is very valuable. So if I can only that limits my income potential. That means okay, I got to put X amount of hours to make X amount of dollars. I want to be able to have a system in place where whether or not I'm talking to you or not, I have a website up where a product can be either ordered or electronically downloaded. And most companies today, you'll find that, but there's a few where you have to actually just, go and hand things out to people. And that's not really what I like to do, me personally. Some people do, but once again, that's kind of up to you. I like a product that people can go order their own on my website, or I can refer them to a website because I don't want to have to always be there personally selling someone something. That can get very time consuming. So that just wraps up episode 1. Just a few questions that you should ask yourself when you're evaluating a product that your company is offering. I want you to please, view the other videos, share this with other people. If you have any questions about this, feel free to contact me. Once again, this is Chris Arness. Take care. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is Chris Arness, and we're back with episode 2 of What is the Best MLM Business? This is episode 2 of 5. In the first episode, we talked about evaluating the product. I gave you some questions you should ask yourself when you're looking at opportunity. Once again, see my contact information there. This information can all be found on the Best MLM Biz in the blog section. On that website, I talk about what I think is the best MLM biz. So if you want to check that out, you can go ahead. Spoiler alert is wake up now. But let's get back into it. Into one of the other things I think you need to consider, and it's evaluating the compensation plan. This is one of the things a lot of people are very interested in when they're looking at a home business, and for good reason. The compensation plan pretty much tells you how you can make money. And let's be honest, we all get in business pretty much to make money because for whatever need, whether you're trying to retire, whether you're trying to supplement a bill, whether you're trying to just, have a little bit more spending money to just do some things you couldn't do, whether you want to travel more, whatever the case. We all have our different reasons for why we decide we want to look into a home business. So these are some questions you should ask yourself when you're looking at the compensation plan. First thing, how is money earned? And you'll be surprised, a lot of companies have different ways you earn money. Some companies, you only earn money by introducing other business partners. Some rely heavily on you selling a physical product. Some you get paid off of some kind of subscription service. So you want to always do your research and to find out how money is earned. And for different people, different solutions will work. For some people, the idea of selling some kind of monthly service that people access every month, that's perfect for them. For other people, they want to go out and sell X amount of boxes of a certain product. They know they're used to moving volume, and they just love to do that. That works for them. For some people who are just networkers, they're just interested in, how many people can I help start their business and how do I get paid from that? Some people look into that. But you need to know, how is money earned? How often is it paid out? Some companies will pay out every week. Some companies will pay out, maybe twice a week. Some will pay out once a month. So that's something you also want to consider. And you want to always ask those questions in advance so you're not caught off guard down the line when you're expecting this to pay out every Friday like your job, when you may find out the company pays out every month. So that's something you definitely want to pay out. Some companies that say they pay out every day, I haven't found a real reputable company that would do that. I typically stay away from those kind of free programs or things promising daily payments. Those typically have not been very good. That's just my personal opinion. And I've never done one personally, but just from my own research on it, not something I would recommend. Another question is, can a good income be made from the sale of the product or service? That's a great question to ask, because first of all, you want to make sure you're in a company that's actually legal, that's actually offering a service, and that's how the company should make money off of the sale of the product or the service. If they're just shifting money around with no product or service attached to it, that is a pyramid scheme. That is a scam. That gives our industry a black eye. So stay away from anything where it's just a money game, where there's no mention of the products or the use of products or use of services. Stay away from that, because there's a good chance that that is a scam. But for a lot of people, you want to be comfortable with your opportunity, knowing that, hey, if I don't sign up anybody, I can go out and just sell these services and make a good money. I can put some extra money in my pocket just from going out selling these products or services to friends or strangers or whoever. Next thing, the flip side to that is that you also want to know, does the company offer residual income? There's nothing wrong with selling products and services. It's great. Everyone should do it. However, if you're like me, when you look at these opportunities, I get involved with these opportunities because I want to be able to build a sizable income that can replace the money I work on a job. Typically, if you're working let's say you have a decent job, you're making, $4,000 or $5,000 a month, or maybe making $10,000 a month. I don't know what it is, but typically, to make that kind of money in a network marketing business, you won't be able to do that off your sales alone, unless you're selling a really high price item, which some companies have. But if you're selling a moderately priced item, typically a person won't make $5,000 a month just off of their sales alone. Typically, it'll come from the leverage of the network, as you grow your organization, or off of the volume that your team produces as a whole. And oftentimes, you find that to really make that type of income, the company needs to offer some kind of residual income, which is a monthly income paid out. And I love that about this profession, because as we do something once, introducing this opportunity to other people, we get paid month after month, and that's very powerful. Last question for this is the company set up for the average person to win? And by average person, I mean the person who, is probably like you, doing some research, trying to figure out what the best company is. You haven't done this before. Maybe a friend, tried to tell you about their opportunity. They say, check this out. And you're unsure if you can do this. You've never done this kind of company before, or if you haven't had success. The average person typically is going to, personally sponsor about 3 to 4 people into a company. All right, the average person is not going to go out and recruit 50 or 100 people. They're going to get 3 or 4 people. So you need to ask yourself, if you look at the compensation plan, if you were to do the average, or if the people you introduced did the average, would they be able to make any money? Would they profit? Would they profit at the end of the day? Would they make any money that's going to make a difference for them? If the answer to that question is no, I will move on from that company. If the question is yes, then you have a great opportunity, because good companies are set up for the average person to win, and they also, allow for heavy hitters and leaders who have big organizations to also profit and make good money as well. But those are the questions that I'll look at when I'm evaluating the compensation plan. This is Chris Arness. This is episode 2 of What is the Best MLM Business. So click on the link, should be to the right, for episode 3. We're going to dig a little bit deeper. Take care. Hello out there, world. We're here with episode 3. What is the best MLM business? What is the best home-based business? This is Chris Arnett. You see the information to your right. Connect with me on Skype. Go to my website, the training site, or call or text me. Let's do business. Once again, this information can be found on thebestmlmbiz.com, where I give different information about different companies and also tell about the company I'm very passionate about, why I think it's the #1 opportunity. Wake up now. This video just a reminder is for anyone in the industry. I don't care what company you do. I don't care if you're not in the company. I'm just trying to give out some good information. Feel very strongly about just sharing information. So feel free if you have questions just to pick my brain. I'd like to connect with you and talk with you. But here in episode 3, we're going to be talking about evaluating the team support. This is one of the most important things to evaluate when looking at a company. And here's what I mean. Okay. Then we can start from the top with this. What systems and tools are in place to help you succeed? It sounds simple, but this is very important for you to evaluate. There's an old saying going, you're in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. That's what a lot of companies say, but that's not always the case with a lot of companies. It's funny. I met so many people on my team in my current business. They see the team support we have for our team, and they say, "Oh, we never had this, and I never had no one do this for me," and it baffles me because people are into recruiting, but they're not into sponsoring and actually mentoring and coaching the people that they introduce to business. So it's very, very important to think about what systems and tools are in place. Is your upline in place to support and mentor you? Do you have someone you can call, email, and actually respond? Are they willing to call your home or maybe chat with you via Skype if you're not in the same city? Those things are extremely important. Are they willing to make time for you? If your upline has not made it clear, and if you can't see from their track record that they are willing to sacrifice some of their time to help you get started and really, partner with you and build with you, then I probably would not want to join that team, at least, if not the company at all. Because a lot of times what you'll notice is that the culture of one team is normally, not always, but a lot of times it's reflective of the company as a whole. The leadership comes from the top down. So if the owners and the CEOs are pushing everyone to support each other, typically that trickles down to the reps. But if the owners are just seen to be greedy, typically the reps kind of take on that same demeanor. So is your upline there to support and mentor you? That is very, very important. You may want to, of course, every person, when they're trying to get you to join their business, they are going to say they're going to be there for you to help you. But I would be very interested to talk to someone already in the business just to see, especially if you're new to this industry. If you're a leader and you can do this on your own, then go for it. But the flip side to that is you have to think about those people that you bring on who are not leaders. They're going to need that support. And a lot of times, depending on your schedule or what you have going on, you may not be able to provide all that support for them. So it's a reason that you want to join with a team. My business, Wake Up Now, we had a team, everything already set up with our team. We're the GMT team. And there's plenty of teams in Wake Up Now. But we had calls set up. We had meetings going on. We had these things already set in place. So I didn't have to get involved and set this stuff up. It was already set up, which made it a lot more easier for me to plug in and be successful. So another question, will you be coached on how to successfully market and grow your business? Once again, I know these questions seem related, but these are some key things to ask yourself, because there's so many people who don't know how to market their business. They don't know how to attract people online. They don't know how to place flyers in high traffic areas to get leads. They don't know how to grow their business using social media. And people, they get involved and then they're left hanging. And then they quit. They don't make any money. They say it's a scam. They feel, hurt. They done lost their money and they're upset. And that's just a black eye for the industry as a whole. Does your company have a local presence in your area? Now, sometimes, it may not be a local presence and you might have to just start that on your own. But are the leaders willing to come see you? Is your upline willing to come support you? Do you have training calls? These things are very important. Is there training? Are there opportunity calls? If you want to share with someone this opportunity that you're getting involved with, Do you just have your company website? Is that all you have? Do you have other videos and presentations that you can show? Are there live calls and live meetings where people can come out and feel that energy, feel that synergy that it is when you have hundreds of people excited about a product or opportunity? You have to ask yourself these questions because those are, most of the time, those things can make the difference. I tell my team all the time, if I have a prospect and if they're really interested in the business, I can always send them a video to my website, but I'd rather get them on a live call. Why is that? Okay, it's a few reasons. First of all, you're going to live call. You're hearing people dial in from all over the world. You're hearing people call in from different states. Sometimes you hear different countries. And the excitement it's attractive. It gets people thinking like, wow, you see that it's bigger than just you and whoever introduced you. You see like, wow, this thing is real. People are really excited about this. They're taking time out of their day to call in to a call. They get to see the energy. And a lot of times on the calls, they have a good presenter who speaks from their heart. They don't just go through the slides of a PowerPoint. They share their reasons for getting involved. You hear that passion. You just don't get that from a video that's just going through all of the, P's and Q's. And I like to follow up with the video after the live call. But if you're joining a team and they don't have these kind of calls happening regularly, that lowers your chance of being successful or requires you to do it on your own. So evaluating the team support, extremely, extremely important. And that's some questions. I left it up there. Hopefully you can use these questions to help you make a educated decision when you're looking into your next home-based business or MLM business. Once again, this is Chris Arness. This is episode 3. Tune in to episode 4. Thank you. Take care. Hello, world, and welcome to episode 4. What is the best MLM business? This is my just a short course I did in episodes. We have a main question that we're looking at answering in each of these episodes. And really, I'm just presenting you with questions that you should ask yourself, ask the person to introduce you to the opportunity when you're evaluating it to see what's the best business for you. For those who don't know me, I'm Chris Arness. You see the contact information in the top right. Feel free to get in contact with me. And also, you can find this video course and more information about what I think is the best MLM home-based business. I think is Wake Up Now. You can find that on that website, thebestmlmbiz.com. For people new in the industry, if you want to share this with your team, feel free. I think these are good principles, good questions that will help you with any home-based business in any industry. So I hope you enjoy it. Something you need to evaluate. And this could have easily been the first thing I started with, but I left it here for a reason because a lot of times people want to hear about compensation plan and products, but this is easily equally important, if not more. Evaluating the company background. Who owns the company? Who runs the company? Notice those are two questions. Sometimes the same person who owns the company runs it, but oftentimes the company will have an owner or a CEO, and then they have like a president who may do more day-to-day actions and activities. So you need to really know, who are those people? What are their backgrounds? What are their, where did they come from? One of the trends that you see a lot, and a lot of these companies, they start off with these, former network marketers who decide they're going to put together a compensation plan that's, so big and it's so good and, it's the hottest thing ever. Then they start a company, but they don't really have that solid business background to, really be a CEO, and the companies don't last. Now, I'm not saying that always happens, but it happens a lot. And typically, I prefer companies where the CEOs and owners have a business background, a true business background, not just network marketing. That's just my personal opinion. Something else to look at. How long has the company been in business? This can be a tricky question because a lot of people say, stay away from new companies. But also, a lot of people say that this is a ground floor opportunity. Well, here's my take on that. And I learned this from a mentor. I see both sides to that. If you believe in a company, if it makes sense to you and that you can check out the leadership and it seems legit, they had the systems in place, I don't care if the company just started 2 days ago. Go for it. At the same time, a company may have been around for 2 years, and that's still a new company. and you're still unsure about it. It looks good, but you just got that feeling you're unsure, then don't join it. What I'm trying to say is that it may be a brand new company, it may be a company that's been around for 5 years. That's still new, and so you have to sort of look at it, um, every case separately about how long the company has been in business. But here's some other things you can kind of look at that can help you make an educated decision. Look at where the company is located. You'd be surprised on some companies' websites. They should have their headquarters easily listed. You shouldn't have to go searching up and down to find out where a company is located. If it's located, you can look on Google Maps to see where it's located. If it's located in, you know, someone's house, that's not good. That's not good. And it sounds funny, but I'm serious. That happens. If it's a PO box, that's probably not good. You want to your company should have a corporate staff, the actual office where you can actually go to it and see it physically, somewhere where people are actually coming and working with the systems of the company. Because you'll be surprised how easy it is someone to set up a company from the comfort of their home. They can set up a website and make it look all pretty, but it's not an actual company. So you do your research on where it's located. How big is the corporate staff? Is it just two people? Is it a two-man operation, or is there a staff of 50 or 100 or 200 people making this thing work? Look into that information, because that can be key, and this is a solid company where you want to invest your hard-earned money into. Something else. People rarely mention this, but what is the motivation behind the company? And a lot of people say, "Well, easy, that's money." The owners want to make money, but typically, I like to think, why did the owner decide to get into that? What led them to that point? What did they do before this? Because typically, people's lives are like roadmaps. What happened before, 5 steps before led to the fifth step that you just took. So when someone starts a company, typically they started for a reason. Maybe they saw some kind of opportunity. Maybe they saw a need to change something in the world. Maybe they just saw it as an opportunity just to get rich. I like to know what the person's motivation is, because with these owners, you your own, home-based business owner. Yes, that's definitely true. But the owners hold so much control over the company that if their motivation is just to make as much money for themselves, when they can decide to flip it a dime to change the payout or change one of the products offered, and one of the reasons that you got into the company it may no longer be true. They may change the product that they offer or how much they pay you. So it's very important to get to know the owner, of a company. One thing I like about my company, Wake Up Now, is I got to sit down with the president of our company, Jason Elrod. Young guy, very successful. But I talked to him. He shared me his vision, how he got involved with with the company, and that to me was a sign of relief, and it actually put my more confidence in him into the company, because you feel like it's in good hands. So if you can, do as much research on the company background. It's extremely important, because you don't want to go work for a company and you build it up just to be fat in someone's pocket who really doesn't have a heart for you or for the other reps. So you definitely want to evaluate the company background, any company that you're getting involved with. Once again, this is Chris Arness. This is episode 4. One episode left if you've been with me from episode 1, and that's episode 5. If you need to get in contact with me, you have the information below. Take care. Bye-bye. Hello out there. This is Chris Arness, and we are at the final episode 5 of 5. This is what is the best MLM home-based business. If you want to see this and more information about the best MLM business, check me out on www.thebestmlmbiz.com. Also, you can reach me on Skype or call or text me at the information on your top right. Here in the last video, we're going to talk about evaluating the company momentum. All right, and this is, I think this is fairly important as well. Once again, you don't want to make too much of this, but I think it's something to consider. And when we think about momentum, why is momentum valuable? All right, momentum is valuable for a lot of reasons. For one, you want to be with a company that's growing, and don't get so discouraged if you hear a lot of people doing a company and you think that, oh, there's too many people already doing this, is oversaturated, I can't do it, I can't be successful. Chances are you can. There's literally 7 billion people on the planet, over 300 million people here in America. These companies, they don't even get big at all compared to those numbers. Something that's very interesting. I remember one day, years back when I was fresh into this industry, I talked to a guy from one of my competing travel company at the time. They were the biggest company at that time. They had about a 250,000 people. Or not, actually, I think it was about like 100,000. It was about 100,000. Let's say that in the company. And our company at the time was like around 10 or 20,000. So we were going back and forth, and I said, man, your company, it's oversaturated. It's too many people. That's what I had been told. That's what I believed at the time. And he said something that really just shut me down. He said, listen, he said, Chris, he said, okay, we have 100,000 people. He said, but if everyone in my company, if we decide to go, we're going to rent out the whole Michigan Stadium, the big house. And I'm a Michigan State fan, by the way. But he said, if we rent out the whole big house and everyone in the company went there to watch a game, just our company, that was it. And there was no more, no more of our reps on any streets in any states. They were all at the Michigan Big House. The world wouldn't even notice that we were gone, and the world would go on like nothing. And that stuck with me. I said, wow, that just showed me just how big this opportunity is. So don't get caught up in the numbers of how many people are in the company, but look at the growth that the company is experiencing. And the reason momentum is important because you want to be able to bring people into something that they can feel confident about, that is growing, that other people like as well. With these companies, a lot of it is so psychological that you may have the greatest company in the world, but if no one's noticing it, if no one's paying any attention to it, it makes it that much harder for you as the independent rep to go out and be successful. So you want to be with something that has that mass appeal where people actually are excited about it. It makes opportunity means easier. It makes opportunity calls more lively. It makes it creates innovation where new tools are being constantly pushed to reach different demographics. If you're in a company with no momentum, the chance of you having those things are a lot more slim because no one's there to push that and create it. You have to create it all on your own. So when the company has momentum, you get people from different backgrounds coming in. You're expanding nationwide and globally, and you see all different kind of tools and support being offered. So that's how you can decide, is this a hot company? If it's not a hot company, it may not be the company for you. Now, if it's something you're very passionate about, maybe that's not as important to you. But for me, I always want to be in a company that's hot, where I can lock arms with other people to grow my business. And also think about the company experiencing explosive growth. And all these things tie in together. Is the company growing or is it declining? Because you will see some of these companies will go on a downswing. Something may change in the market, something may change in the compensation plan, and people will leave a company for what they think is a better opportunity. You don't really want to join a company when it's in that downward swing because support leaves, tools disappear, and makes it that much harder for you to be successful. So you definitely get into a company where it has a positive momentum, positive growth, where it's hot, where people are excited about it, because that's where you're going to see the most tools and support to help you grow your business. So to wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, it's Chris Arness. I want to thank you for looking at these videos. Hopefully they helped you if you're looking at making a decision for what's the best company for you. I did not want to give a bunch of recommendations. I have some companies that I like. I'm currently totally sold on Wake Up Now, but you can find out more about that on that website below, thebestmlmbiz.com. I want to leave this general for anyone who's looking at this, just to kind of help you on your research. And I wish you all the success in the world. This is a great industry. Just lock arms with the best, with whatever company you think is best for you, and just go after your goals and be successful. This helps you all. Leave some comments. If there's anything else you want me to expand on, be sure to check this channel. We're going to be talking about compensation plans and all kind of other things just related to being successful in the industry. I've hit my head a million times in this industry, and in the last few months had success I've never had because I finally got everything lock in the perfect timing for me. And I just want to share some of those pitfalls I had so you don't have to make them. So once again, this is Chris Arness. I want to thank you for your time. Take care. Be blessed. Have a good night. Bye-bye.